Good morning, Capricorn women. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Ladies, what I like to do for you today is to go on and give you a general, romantic, specific reading of the predominant male energy that, or men that I'm kind of seeing coming towards you from now until the end of this month. And ladies, if this reading resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, ladies, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, today I've decided to use my regular deck, regular cards, in addition to a few additional oracle cards that I decided to use, which I feel prove useful as it relates to advice for your situation. Okay, so I'm going to just start off and make a few general observations, and then we're going to get started. As to the man or the men that I'm kind of seeing coming towards you, I'm seeing a very physically fit type male who's very aggressive and perhaps might have been or have potential to be very abusive. He's very sexual. I'm feeling that he's very attractive. Okay. I'm also feeling a family oriented type male, who might be involved in maybe real estate or might even be a landlord. Okay. I'm feeling that the male energy seems to be very competitive, very successful. I'm feeling a sense of being confused or unstable with regards to this man. Maybe even this person may even have multiple personalities. I'm also seeing a man that's very health conscious, perhaps even spiritual or religious, and very charming, you know. I'm also getting a sense that one of the men might even have an unstable type mental health condition or may even be kind of dabbling in drugs or alcohol a little bit too much or some type of medication. I'm seeing a lot of delusions. Okay. I'm also seeing something surrounding a gym or a personal gym or something. And I'm feeling, even perhaps chronic health problems that this man may have, but of course he's going to have to deal with it throughout his life. I'm feeling a lack of direction, that seems to kind of be pervading here in your reading. Okay, so let's go on and get started here, and I'm gonna, you know, first, start off by just looking at this bottom card here that we have here, and we have this ace of spades, ladies and gentlemen. So it certainly shows that perhaps you might have had a concern about this man's wife or perhaps a woman friend that he might have been having some relations with, or even potentially he might even be your ex. And of course this spades here represents an air sign, so it could be a Gemini, Libra, and or an Aquarius. Okay, so now I'm going to just go on and examine, what may have occurred or what might occur with you and this man, you know, just by examining these batch of cards here. Okay, so I'm kind of getting a sense, just to try to create a story for you, is that, although I kind of see a lot of bickering and arguments, you know, um, in this passionate love hate type relationship, I feel that you wanted a more secure relationship, and you wanted, or you're desiring, perhaps to even settle down, and even for some of you to kind of start a family, and seem to have, with these cards, ladies have reached some type of a romantic climax, because I'm seeing a very happy, esteeming relationship that potentially, ladies and gentlemen, you could potentially enjoy. And as I said, I'm seeing a lot of, you know, bickering and, make up sex here that I see that a lot of you may have been experiencing. Okay, let's go on and just look at your future cards here, and then I'm just gonna, go back and just give you more of a summary of, not a summary, but more details about the physical characteristics of this man that I'm seeing. So let's look at your future cards here. Okay, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, with these future cards, that shows what's kind of coming up for you. So I'm just going to create a quick story with these three cards, and then we'll just go on and get started into your reading. I'm feeling that unfortunately, it looks like a problem will arise with you guys, and some pitfalls might be ahead for you. And you might need to kind of wait before maybe rendering a romantic decision, as something unpredictable might come up as it relates to this man or male or men that you guys might be dealing with. Therefore, what these batch of cards are kind of suggesting is that try to be careful because something might not be, as right as it should be in your situation, okay? I'm kind of getting in. But I'm feeling that if you do, in fact, remain open or patient, I feel that a happy outcome is to be expected because if you look at your predominance of colors here, you have a predominance of red cards here, so that always suggests a very positive outcome. You also have these aces here, so that shows an element of surprise. It shows a new beginning, that can happen, but it's kind of urging you, ladies, to kind of, be a bit, more patient. Okay, and not only do I see that your relationship is in fact going to blossom, I see you kind of receiving a gift. It might even be a gift of flowers or a surprise of some sort, again connected with these aces here. I'm seeing a very positive, spiritual connection that I'm seeing here. So let's get into a bit more specifics into the physical attributes and potential occupation that this man might be in fact involved in. Okay, we start off with that Jack of Clubs here. That shows that he's very attractive, ladies, seductive, and even well endowed. But I feel that he's somewhat critical and violent and even addictive. He might even be, you might even be somewhat like a codependent type relationship, but very competitive and athletic. And he seems to he loves being right, and he's very argumentative and potentially a bodybuilder or even an individual who might be even involved in martial arts. Okay, I'm kind of getting the sense that this man might even work at a gym, or he may be even a personal trainer, or even works for an escort type service. But I'm seeing him an aggressive type environment, where he works. He might even be a lawyer or an advocate of some sort. Okay, and then with this card here, that king there, that shows that, ladies, for some of you, he's stocky, and I'm feeling he's very conservative and maybe possibly solid with Bill, grounded, very protective, and again, family oriented. Okay, maybe might even work in real estate in some sense. I'm seeing wide shoulders. Potentially for some of you, a construction worker. Or someone that even might even potentially works from home or kind of has or works in a family type owned business too, that I'm also kind of getting here for you guys. Okay, and he appears to me to be quite financially stable, ladies, but again, yet stubborn and very like a traditionalist. And I'm saying like maybe facial hair, of course, and even for some of you, green or hazel type eyes there. Okay, so let's look at this next card here. It's the Ace of Diamonds. And ladies, this card connects with earth type, signs. We have all of the signs here that's shown here. This is Taurus, you know, uh, Virgo, and or Capricorn, just as yourself. And it shows that this man is quite charming. Again, has a nice smile, but again, lady, comes across a bit overbearing at times and set and kind of selfish. For some of you, I'm seeing a very fair complexion type man, very bubbly, even well known or within, his work, or very, it could even potentially be a famous person who, or potentially someone that's in a very high management type position, like a director, or even works for the government, or even, ladies, an electrician or a comedian. But I'm also seeing for some of you, he might even potentially, even have freckles, or he might work um, at a company that maybe has a logo in it that represents maybe the sun or something like that, or something very fiery. I'm kind of feeling. Okay, I'm also feeling with this card here, that king there. Of course, that connects with fire signs, Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius. That shows that he's quite attitudinal, very moody, very irritable at times and insecure. I'm also feeling that he's a smoker, and this guy sometimes has the tendency of playing both sides. I'm feeling, you know, and I'm feeling that for some of you, he might even have different shades of hair, his hair color, you know, different shades like gray, salt, pepper, or just different type shades of hair, you know. And he might even works in a very unpleasant. One of these men may even work in a very unpleasant environment. And he might even be a widower, or kind of like a depressive type person, or he might even, you know, he might even works for like as a meteorologist. Let's look at your next card here. That's 7, and that, of course, represents water signs, and that's Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpio. And I'm getting a sense that I'm picking up a long haired type man that is also very grounded. May even be a spiritual or potentially a religious figure, or perhaps work as a nurse, or works in the healthcare, industry, or even the pharmaceutical industry, or a therapist, or as a therapist, or even perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, in the healing arts. I'm kind of getting there. And then with this last card here, it shows that again his smile is very warm, and for some of you he looks very exotic looking and might even have potentially dark features. Okay, and of course this card connects us with air signs, so that's Libra, Gemini, and or Aquarius. Okay, and it also shows that he might even be a model, or a designer, or something, or even works in the art industry or something. He might be very artistic, I'm kind of feeling, or even a barber, or even a hairdresser or some sort, or does something in landscaping, or alternative type medicine. He might even be involved in, like, herbs and all of that stuff. But this card also brings about a personality that can potentially be a narcissist. Okay, I'm also getting a sense that if you haven't resolved or reconciled any type of differences with this person, you will. But this card is kind of asking you to be a bit more patient, and it looks like that the Virgo cycle and the September time frame is going to be very, very emotionally satisfying for you guys. Okay, so just to give you a bit more pertinent advice, I decided to go on and just add a few additional cards. We're going to start with Doreen's Virtues deck, the Romance Angels, and you have 2 cards here. It shows that your situation, in fact, involves some type of a marriage or some type of engagement of some sort, and it shows that your romantic connection with this man or men seem to be, elevating to a higher, in fact, level of commitment, when you're kind of seeing this card, okay? And just to add a bit more advice to you guys, also, I selected 2 cards from the Psychic Tarot deck, and we have here Daydreams and Decisions, okay? So this card, as you would imagine, is all about, different fantasies and different options and decisions that are kind of required of you that need to be made, okay? Because you're seeing here that perhaps you might have been confused, uncertain regarding, your situation with, or love in general, and this card is kind of asking you to kind of really figure out what it is that you really want, because it looks like that you may have a lot of options in front of you. As I've already indicated, it might be multiple men here in this reading. So what this is suggesting is that perhaps do some time to just, take some time while you're going through this waiting period to just, figure out or daydream or use your imagination to transform whatever realities that you like to come and play in your life. Okay? And ladies, I decided to go on and just add another card for you guys here. We have, and looking at this card, we have the giving and or receiving. And of course, this is certainly all about, the balance that you want to bring to your relationship, or even sharing things that are necessary, okay? So it really takes on a more balanced energy by giving and receiving, okay? So this card shows the hard work that you kind of put in, in your relationship, or your desire to kind of get someone in your life. This card is asking you to, don't try to kind of, be a mater in some sense, Be there to help the person, but don't try to solve their problems for them, okay? But be sure, ladies, to kind of, give only what you can, and don't overextend yourself when you're kind of seeing that card there. So, ladies, this is what I have for you. Again, this reading is valid until the end of this month. I certainly will hope that you would subscribe if this reading resonated, and go on and give it a big thumbs up if you get to or like to have a more personalized reading. You can contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Do enjoy your day, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Thank you.